Anita!
Okay, hi. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh my God. Okay. Well, all you people here today, all of what you're seeing here, this is not going to happen tonight on the 6 o'clock news, is it? You will not see yourself. You will not see how patriotic and beautiful and how you're waving all the right flags that I can see. You will not see yourself on the news tonight. And do you know how I know that? It's because I directed the news for 20 fucking years over there. And we were good people. Back in the day, we were good people. None of the people that I worked with are assholes. They're not. They're hard-working people. They do an excellent job at putting TV on the air. I don't know what the hell happened, though, in 2020. Everything changed.
Yeah, $600 million.
Yeah. And I think that the people there don't know that. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe our bosses do. There's something going on. And the minute that I started to, you know, I kept my mouth shut, right? For like,
This is Anita.
for most of 2020, because if you ever spoke up, you got into trouble, right? But as soon as I started to speak up, that's when I got suspended. And the reason that I got suspended is like because I went to the rally with Mel Boucher. And I wanted to find out something about those miscarriages. Like, are they happening or are they not happening? I have no idea. But why did a doctor get locked up for saying that there are miscarriages? Why is the news not even covering it? You know? Like, all right. Open up my paper here.
Show me your papers!
Oh, you. I remember. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me get back to the doctor thing. It's just that when things like this happen, it is up to the news to report both sides. If we hear stories that miscarriages are happening, then we need to find that out. And we need to work together. You need to do both sides. And so what I have to say here is that I think the most misinformation that has ever been spread in the past 2 years has come from mainstream media. So much misinformation that my heart is broken. I'm heartbroken. Sorry. But you know, for what's going on with the truckers right now, the media is saying that people are throwing eggs, people are peeing on the street, people are harassing people, people are saying, oh, well, the shopkeepers aren't open. If you'd like to walk into one of those shops, you can do that quite freely right now. Nobody is stopping anybody. And you know what else people are saying? Doug Ford and Kennedy Stewart and John Horgan and all these people are saying, we heard you, go home. You go home. When Gandhi went on a hunger strike back in the day, did someone say to him, here, have a sandwich? Here, have some naan bread? I can get away with that joke. I'm Indian. You know, you don't ever disrespect protesters. That is our right to protest here.
Yeah.
And when I look at all of you people and I see what's going on, I am sick to death that the news won't cover this and that they're going to cover this in the shittiest way. You know, it is just ridiculous. But what's that? Criminal! Well, it is criminal because when we didn't tell you that there are medications that will save you if you get COVID, that is mainstream media misinformation. When we didn't tell you that whatever all this asymptomatic stuff is, you know, what you need to do is get a doctor on and you debate both sides and the journalist will present a story, and then we let the public decide. So by us just telling you, oh, it's asymptomatic spread, you know, you're gonna kill your grandma. Your grandma doesn't care if she gets sick. Your grandma wants to see you before she dies. Your grandma doesn't let your grandmother decide what treatment she wants. Let your grandmother decide. All this time you've been saying, you better get that vaccination, you better get your vaccine because Granny will get sick. Granny wants to put her arms around you. Granny doesn't want to be locked up in a care home like a fucking prison. How about you ask your grandma what she wants? Because she has lived through a lot and she's not scared of a virus that has a 99% possibility of living, right? Or however you say that. Okay, so some of these people are saying, you know, the truckers are unlawful, and some of these people are, mainstream media are saying, we heard you. Oh, we heard you, and go home. And what are we gonna do about that? You have to stay. You have to stay. I mean, to call for our shameful, hate-mongering Prime Minister to call you guys a fringe movement is an insult. I'm insulted as a Canadian that he would have the balls to say that. He actually has no balls. Because he is hiding somewhere. How can you not come out and talk to these people? Who are you? What are you? And I would like to cite a specific example. The other day, I saw CTV Ottawa. I saw a woman interview a trucker. This trucker, his name is Jeff Gaudry. He drove from Vernon across the country to get to Ottawa, and CTV did an interview with him. This woman that did the interview, her name was Annette Gerner. It was the most appalling, insulting interview I'd ever seen in my life. Well, I think I might have seen worse. But she grilled him and nailed him, and she's like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Oh, we heard you, or whatever. I would like to apologize to Jeff Gaudry as someone who has been a broadcaster for my whole life for that appalling interview. CTV, you owe Jeff an apology too. So, we have a doctor here. We have Dr. Nagassi, and I know that the media has treated him terribly. I know that the media has treated Dr. Hoff terribly. I notice that the media has treated Malthouse terribly. I mean, you name it. You know what everybody needs to do is follow the silence. If there is a doctor that is trying to speak to you and you are not hearing from him, that's the doctor you should listen to. So mainstream media, global news, who my heart is broken because I worked for them for so long. They provided me a life. I could provide a life for my children working there. It was great. It was a good paycheck, you know? But you have broken my heart, global news, with your bullshit reporting. So, don't let anybody tell you that you are misinformed. The people that are not, that don't want this ridiculous vaccine, I don't even know what's in it, right? But like, if you don't want this, it's people like us. We've done so much research which has been mocked. But you know what? Research is just looking something up on the internet, and we are reading what other doctors are saying. We can read. Did the mainstream media forget that we can read? And they should read. We have convinced everybody not to do their own research. What the hell is that? It's completely appalling. And I blame them because I've put stories on the air saying stuff like that. And it's ridiculous. It was actually making me sick. and putting those kind of nonsense stories on the air. And what else? Anyway, so that's where we're at. Mainstream media misinformation. You guys can feel better about yourself that you knew the answer and you were not validated for that. You were not, nobody recognized you. And everybody here has been through so much bullshit and lost friends and had fights with people over this vaccine. You know, okay, 90% of the people, I think in Canada, are vaccinated against the measles. I think about 80 are vaccinated with COVID, right? Good enough. End it. End it. End this shit. And one other thing I would like to say. Do people know who Brian Peckford is? Brian Peckford, I think, is the only living human being that helped draft our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1981, right? And what he is doing now is he is filing a lawsuit against the federal government because even he is disgusted with the lack of freedom that Canadians are getting. And do you know what? The mainstream media, I haven't seen a single decent report about what Brian Peckford is doing. Just think about that. A man who wrote your Charter of Rights and Freedoms is getting the shittiest coverage by the mainstream media because they are pushing this vaccine agenda. And what they are doing is they are writing these stories in a way where it makes it seem like he's talking about travel. The reason that he had to pick travel is because you have to pick one thing in the charter, right? So that's what he picked, because travel, your right to travel is something we all have, right? So that's the one he's going on. So I would just say I'm sick of this discrimination. When people talk about their freedoms, it means that I should have the choice whether my 12-year-old takes this vaccine or not, okay? You have taken that right away from me, and you have now ostracized my child because he can't go to a goddamn movie. He can't go to a restaurant. He can't go to the gym. And before I forget, one note about the vaccine injured. You have also been unacknowledged by mainstream media. So I started a little channel. Okay, I might do a little blatant self-promotion here, but I started a channel on Rumble, and I started to talk to nurses. I talked to vaccine-injured people. I talked to regular people, bus drivers that got laid off. And you know what Global News did? They suspended me, and then they fired me. They said that I was not upholding journalistic principles. What the fuck? Okay, so if you want to find me and if you want to help me, I need your help, okay? So you can find me on Facebook, type in my name, Anita Krishna. You can find me on Instagram. I don't use Instagram, it's for the young people, but if you go to Anita Krishna 5, I put links there to how you can find me, because I couldn't think of an easy way to do it. So Anita Krishna 5, and I need your help because you have to help me take down the mainstream media. You have to help me. They didn't support you. Mainstream media did not support your voice. I know that because I was putting those stories on the air. I've also put Bonnie Henry on the air more times than I can count. And I couldn't make any sense of what that woman was saying. So, just let's support each other, because we didn't get the support that we needed from mainstream media. So let's support each other. And if there's something else I have to say, I can't remember what it is. But thank you.